Hey, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, comment down below. Let me know if you're a Migos fan. Let me know where y'all from, man. So the cars is the same cars from the Duke the Jeweler, man. Because if you guys really look at it, that same GMC was seen in the background parking at that whole event with that bowling alley. Like, they came for that birthday party in that same truck. And it's the same dude that wore the tank top. Like, that dude in the yellow shirt, Cam or whatever they calling him right now. That dude was actually seen at both places. He was scheming at both dice games, trying to hit a lick on the people. And basically, he was trying to do something. That's why he pulled up on Takeoff, and we all seen him on that replay. So when they did the replays, man, it's some of the same cars that are there. Like J. Prince Jr.'s Cadillac truck and GMC truck was right there, bro. They were parked in the back. When all 40 people ran off to the back and to the parking garage, them folks jump into them Cadillacs. They all drive Cadillacs and GMCs in Houston, bro. They literally drive nothing but Chevys and slabs, bro. So when everybody's looking at it like in my comment section talking about it's the same cars from Duke the Jeweler, it is. And y'all already know that. Y'all figured it out. And so look, the whole thing with this whole Takeoff thing is we trying to send our condolences to it, because a lot of people are trying to get justice for Takeoff, because we all think that Takeoff was the best one out of the whole Migos. If you really look at that flow they created, Takeoff was the one who had the most developed triplet flow, bro. The way he did the verse, the way he did his verses on Bando, the way he did all those verses, yeah, he was the one. But look, man, they try to take they jealous, they get envy. The quietest guy in the room is usually the most powerful, right? Because the loudest people in the room is the crash test dummies. It's the people who trying to show off, so they have to be so damn loud and everything like that. And so that's why a lot of people really actually they actually side with Takeoff, because he's calm, collected. Like, no situation is gonna make him overreact to the point to where he makes a bad move or something like that. If anything that comes, he a businessman, he'd stand on business too. So other than that, he a real OG. He's one of them top people who's a real actual boss man. And when you really look at real bosses, they act just like how Takeoff act, because they want to make sure they're not drawing too much attention. He said it himself. He'd rather be rich than famous, guys. Take that. If anything you learn from Takeoff, y'all need to learn it's better to be rich than famous. Stop trying to show off and make everybody happy, whatever, and that's not actually gonna bring any happiness towards you, because y'all gotta focus on what you gotta do is best for you. Don't care about what nobody else does. Cut everybody else out the picture. If you don't need them around, cut them out the picture. That's what Takeoff was doing. You know how many people he had to cut out the picture in North Atlanta that was still trying to ask him for money to be in the streets, that was still asking him how he could get the birds for the LO and all of that. So what you guys got to understand is this a revolving situation. The fact that they had the same cars at the whole bowling alley with Takeoff and Migos as they did with Duke the Jeweler, y'all got to understand, man, J. Prince Jr., he looking real bad right now because of the fact that they've been hurting bad and try to set up these dice games to straight up take folks' money and providing security, and then trying to charge them a $50K on top fee. Like, no, security's only supposed to be $10K for that day or weekend, whatever. They try to come around after the dice game, they took his money, and then they try to tell him he has to pay more money for the security. And everybody's seen how Quavo and J. Prince Jr. was arguing at first. That's what they was arguing about. J. Prince Jr. was trying to tell Quavo that he had to up 50 bands or more to pay for the security, because they had the car there. They had to pick them up in the slab. They took them around 5th Ward. So what they do is actually they take them to the hood, and then later on in the invoice, they add that as an extra cost. They're like, yeah, we took you to 5th Ward in the hood. That's more dangerous. That's hazard pay and double. Everybody gets overtime on that. So they really over here trying to actually throw and tack on all these different expenses, saying and covering it up as if it was security expenses, or like they done got chauffeured through the town in a convoy or something like that. Those aren't nothing, man. All they had to do was literally pick up a Chevy and throw the dude in, and no one was going to do anything anyways. No one was going to do anything anyways. not until people start going out to the club, not until people start shooting dice games, not until people start acting a fool or being out too late, and then they end up getting in a situation where folks run up on them. So what y'all got to realize is that they pretty much got them into a whole thing. If you really think about it, Quavo and Takeoff, they couldn't really ride their own cars. They didn't bring their own cars. So the fact that they offered them saying we could pick y'all up from the whole hotel and everything like that, take you around the city, what they really did was that they made it so where they had to stay with them the whole time. And because they had to stay with them the whole time, they pretty much drove him to that party and said, no, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We got this birthday party for y'all. Y'all got to come out. They probably even try to finesse him and say that they will pay him like a fee to do a show or to just show up, you know, to promote it or something. Like they probably was thinking that Migos was going to fall for that trick and that they will come to that birthday party so that they could get a little bit of bread for showing up. But the charges that J Prince Jr. is actually charging Quavo for doing the security work for him and for doing the whole entire dice game where they finessed him. They basically took their money, guys. And so that's why that whole argument started with Quavo and J Prince Jr. inside. And y'all are figuring it all out because of the fact that everybody knows J Prince Jr. has something to do with the situations with Boosie, Duke the Jeweler, and now you got in the whole situation with Takeoff. And this is the last straw for people because now they're looking at it like, no, they don't trust Houston no more. It used to be cool to go there and whatnot. And now it's like, what reason do I have going there? It's just like trying to go to like somewhere in LA where they really like will run up on rappers on sight. Going somewhere like that and hanging around that same group that J Prince Jr. did is just like how P&B Rock went to Roscoe's. It's like asking for trouble. So y'all already know what it is, man. This whole thing is breaking and like everybody's figuring out that the whole mob ties and J Prince Jr. and the dude with the birthday party went home early because he knew what was about to happen, y'all. They knew what was about to happen. That's why it happened to where that one dude at the yellow shirt went inside and came back out. He had the brown paper bag with money. He got paid by somebody. And the only other person that would have had that type of money to pay at that time, what people are saying is J Prince Jr. And so y'all saying that, y'all figuring it out. We looking into it and trying to see, you know, making sense of the whole situation. We want to send the condolences to Takeoff, the whole family, Migos, Quavo, and everybody like that, right? And so what y'all got to do is basically stay tuned, like this video, subscribe to the channel, binge watch every single video about this whole situation, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.